A very good afternoon to you and welcome to the midday news on OGTV. I am Idowu Fabajo. Activities have resumed at commercial centers, schools, the state secretariat and federal secretariat after the observance of public holiday declared by the federal government for workers to enjoy the 2017 Idowu Fitri Festival. A road round Abeokuta, Ogun State capital by OGTVNEWS captured the lightful mood of civil servants to resume their duty post, as well as other commercial activities noticed to have returned fully. Details in this package. June 27, 2017 marks the end of the public holiday declared by the federal government for workers to enjoy the 2017 Idowu Fitri Festival. As work resumes, OGTVNews crew moved around commercial areas including the state secretariat and schools with clear pictures that workers have resumed their duty post, even as the cleaning of environment sets the pace for the day working activities. Similarly, commercial banks in Abeokuta opened for the usual transactions with their customers going in and out of the banking hall. A visit to the governor's office at Okemoson revealed that workers were back attending to government businesses at their duty posts across various government ministries, departments and parastatals. The state head of service, Mr. Abayomi Shobande, who was one of the early arrivals in the office, charged the state workforce to be more alive to their responsibility in order to ensure effective service delivery.
My initial message to civil servants at our various desks: continue to touch lives, bring a smile to somebody's face, and I'm very sure you'll be happier for it. So that's just it. In our little ways, let's just touch lives. Make it better for somebody. Let them be happy to come to visit your office, and by and by, you'll discover that you are building a better society.
It charges everyone not to neglect the teachings of Ramadan by going back to their vomit.
Ramadan is not really just for forgiveness, it's really for repentance. All those naughty things, all those imperfections that we refrain from during those 30 days, they are not meant for suspension. There are things that we really should turn our backs upon, and we shouldn't go back to our old unflattering ways.
Work has resumed, hence the need for all to be effective in the discharge of duties. Idowu. Work resumes nationwide today after the Idowu Fitri celebration, marking the end of Ramadan, a month-long period of prayers and fasting. In line with the celebration, the federal government declared a 2-day holiday, while Muslim faithful use the period to share in the fun of the festival by visiting recreation centers. The celebration also witnessed prayers at Eid grounds, which centered on peace, tranquility and progress of the nation. Similarly, political office holders, Islamic clerics and traditional rulers urged Nigerians to shun tendencies capable of causing confusion, but rather imbibe the spirit of unity and peaceful coexistence. It was also time to pray for quick recovery and safe return of President Muhammadu Buhari. The 2 days holiday declared by the federal government to celebrate Idowu Fitri has ended. A visit by OGTVNews to motor parks in Abeokuta metropolis revealed that people were seen returning to their various bases in preparation for work resumption. Yusuf Gani's report is presented from our studio.
After a 2-day Idowu Fitri holiday celebration declared by the federal government, Nigerians now prepare for resumption to work and their other daily activities. While speaking with OGTVNews, commuters say this year's Idowu Fitri celebration has been a successful one, saying now that the celebration has ended, it is time for work.
I want them to give us more time to celebrate with our families, so that for us that our families are not staying where we work, we want to have more time to stay with them, to enjoy ourselves. And
I'm traveling back to Ife. That's where I school. I'm an OU student. It actually gave me time to spend like my time with my parents, my mom and my younger ones. So that's what I actually appreciated about it. It's not like I'm a Muslim.
Commercial transporters say the stability in transportation fare during the celebration explains the high patronage seen at motor parks.
People are coming out. In fact, like the day before yesterday, everything is just too bad. You see, everything is low. But today we can see an improvement in it.
Láti ìgbà tí ọdún ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, pàápàá kọ́dún tó bẹ̀rẹ̀, táwọn èrò máa ń ṣe pọ̀pọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ ọdún, wọ́n ń lọ sí Èkó, wọ́n ń lọ sí anywhere ní gáràjì Kútọ̀, àwọn àfowókòwò mọ́tò torí gbogbo alamọ bí ìlú ṣe rí, àwọn àfowókòwò mọ́tò rárá. Adẹ̀dùgbọ́ ọ̀dọ̀ Ọlọ́run mọ́ ṣe ń lọ tó ń bọ̀ náà, kò sí pé bóyá gbúrò pé accident kan wà lọ́nà ní Kútọ̀ yìí ó àdúpẹ́ fún ẹ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run. Ọ̀hún ni pé gbogbo àwọn èrò wa adúpẹ́ ọ̀dọ̀ Ọlọ́run pé gbogbo ibi tí wọ́n ń lọ ni wọ́n ń débẹ̀ láyọ̀ àti àlàáfíà. Nítorí pé kó tó di pé ọdún wa ń ta náà láti máa ń ṣe ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fún àwọn awakọ̀ wa ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọgbà. Wọn kò sí àyè láti sá eré àsápojúdé. Àdẹ̀ kì í fàyè gbà kí wọ́n lòdù overloading. Gbogbo mọ́tò wa tó wá rí pé táyà ò da tàbí àlébù kan wà lónìí gbogbo ẹ̀ la máa ń ṣe ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́, la máa ń tún ṣe lóòrèkóòrè kọ́dún tiẹ̀ tó dé rárá. Torí pé ìrọ̀rùn aráàlú àwa náà ń fẹ́, safety láwà láftà ní gáràjì wa níbí.
And as they return to work after Ramadan celebration, Muslim faithful are expected to remain firm and continue to reflect on the teachings of the holy month in all spheres of life.
As Muslims world over bid farewell to the glorious month of Ramadan with the celebration of Eid al-Fitr, this ushers in a new month of Shawwal in the Islamic lunar calendar. Binga Adekoya in this report takes a look at the expectations of good Muslim after the spiritual exercise. His report.
The end of the holy month of Ramadan signaled the beginning of another new Islamic month of Shawwal, another blessed month that good Muslim is expected to fast at least 6 times out of the 30 days of the month. After the holy month of Ramadan, faithful are expected to maintain spiritual decorum in which they have served God beyond the holy month.
Continue everything we did in Ramadan. We should continue after Ramadan, which is a Shawwal. If anybody is able to observe 6 days fasting inside Shawwal, it's just as if you use the entire year to fast. So whatever we have done in Ramadan, we should be able to continue from there.
So as I've been in holy in Ramadan, we're supposed to be holy after Ramadan.
It would be wrong for a Muslim, after abstaining from gambling, being adulterous, from drinking, committing crime, carrying drugs, for 30 days, you now go back to it. That will not be right.
On the significance of Shawwal, clerics enjoined faithful to continue to live in peace and harmony with one another as ordained by the Holy Quran.
Yeah, we should love, according to what Allah said, we must love ourselves. It is love that Allah used to create the world. If there's no love between Adam and Eve, human beings will not be like this. So if there's love, there will not be discrimination between the Muslim and the Christians. So there will not be discrimination between the black people and the fair people.
The Almighty Allah ordained us to have 6 fasting. Anybody that have it, the signal is that person is going to gain a reward that you have fast for the whole year.
Faithful were, however, charged to allow the lessons of the holy month reflect in their day-to-day activities as an agent of change to collectively move the nation forward. Binga Adekoya, OGTV News.
Flood. A flow of water that covers dry land is seen as a common natural disaster. Usually affects millions of people houses and forests, particularly around coastal regions and waterways. In actual instance, when such situation arises, it can equally contaminate drinkable water, thereby leading to various degrees of waterborne diseases. OGTV News sought the opinion of experts on other causes and preventive measures against the untold hardship occasioned by flood that can easily wipe a section of a settlement, village, town or city. Peter Falomo reports.
Flooding has always been a part of human history, as many ancient civilizations developed along waterways and rivers because people needed water for survival as well as their fields. Experts believe that at least once a year, the plains around the large rivers are flooded, but due to the excess of water the rivers bring with them because of heavy rainfall or melting snow in the mountainous regions where thunderstorms can cause flash floods, and as a result, the small rivers expand quickly to 10 times the normal amount of water flow. The buildup of such river into flooding could be of slow pace but can easily cause damages as more areas of land are affected. Year 2017 prediction of weather forecast by the Nigerian Meteorological Agency (NIMET) indicates that flood disaster is most likely to occur in some parts of northwest and southwest regions of Nigeria.
The predicted length of growing season for Ogun State falls within between 250 days and 287 days, while extended rain that will fall between 3 to 8 days are forecast for Adamawa, Ogun, Edo, and the Niger Delta areas.
Ogun State meteorological officers also speak more on the predicted heavy rainfall.
There is one conical flask inside there. It has measuring. So the water inside has been kept inside the bottle. We measure through that conical flask.
It can be due to climate change, it can be due to ozone, it can be due to, but when we see the signal through the imagery, through every other observation we make, we quickly give the warning so that every sector will be prepared, so that we will not be caught unaware.
Despite the prediction from NIMET, what are the preventive measures for the people living along these regions of Nigeria?
So our people are enjoying to be prepared in terms of all the predictions and watch the way they keep and manage their garbage as well, because that has been a regular occurrence in our client here, where people dump waste indiscriminately into drainages, into river and into canals as well.
If you are in the marketplace, you have a drainage and you dump things there or it's blocked, clear it because it will affect other people.
However, relevant authorities have been enjoined to make adequate preparations for flood prevention in all the predicted areas.
Right, we've heard it all from the experts about the extent at which the rain is going to go this year 2017, and of course, what do we need to do? We should adhere strictly to the instructions of the experts so that we may not have a lot of damages this year, because prevention, they say, is better than cure. From the Meteorological Garden here in Abeokuta, Peter Falomo, OGTV News.
Acting President Professor Yemi Osinbajo has assured Nigerians that Buhari administration is not deaf to grievances in parts of the country, emphasizing that government will address them. This emerged from the highlights of the series of consultations the acting president convened to interact with leaders from the north, south, east, and the media over the last 2 weeks. A statement from the acting president, spokesman Laolu Akonde, noted that the meetings were convened to provide a platform for firm discussions between the concerned leaders and by extension the Nigerian public on issues relating to the unity, peace and security of Nigeria. The statement further indicates that the presidency will continue to engage with different segments of Nigeria's population at different stages in near future. The World Health Organization (WHO) has commended the African region for making significant progress in malaria control in the last 5 years. The two regional directors for Africa, Dr. Mashizo Mohete, in a statement in Abuja said malaria incidence and mortality rates had declined by 42% and 66% respectively between 2000 and 2015. Moeti made the commendation in Kigali, Rwanda, while speaking at the first African Health Forum launched by WHO, Africa and the government of Rwanda. She said for the first time, a malaria vaccine has been launched by the organization, offering partial protection for children, especially those vulnerable to the disease. Moeti said domestic government from the WHO African region contributed over $528 million to support the fight against the disease in 2015. She said the number of adults and children newly infected with HIV in the region has also declined by 19% in the last 5 years, from 1.63 million to 1.37 million. The regional director noted that the Millennium Development Goals had contributed to many of the successes in the fight against these diseases. On the foreign news, Venezuela's Supreme Court has been attacked by grenades dropped from a helicopter in what President Nicolas Maduro called a terrorist attack. Footage on social media shows a police helicopter circling over the city before shots and a loud bang are heard. The police officer said to have piloted the stolen aircraft issued a statement denouncing the criminal government. His whereabouts are unknown. It comes after mass protests against the political and economic crisis. The Supreme Court is regularly criticized by the Venezuelan opposition for its ruling, which bolster Mr. Maduro's hold on power. And as we go on the news, discipline is the bridge between goal and achievements. And that concludes the Midday News. Many thanks to you for watching. I am Idowu Fabajo.